Objection! Hello, everybody! I'm MasterCode, your ace analyst, and today, a storm is a-brewin' as we take a look at the G5 IDW comics with The Storm of Zephyr Heights #1. The story begins with Queen Haven going on vacation for a week, leaving her daughter Zipp temporarily in charge of the city. Zipp, of course, is hesitant with the role given to her, as even though her mother had informed her about said vacation weeks ago, she still doesn't want to take on the responsibility as she really hasn't had that much experience in the leadership role. Plus your remarks on how previously, when they were young, their mother took a bath so long that the government nearly fell. Wow, I guess Zephyr Heights is always on the brink of collapse.
I'm the government, I'm the government, I'm the reason nothing works.
But seriously though, we've got what me and the rest of the G5 fandom has been wanting ever since Chapter 1 of Make Your Mark was released, which was progressing the Zipp Future Ruler storyline. And hopefully we'll get some really good development by the time this arc finishes. Anyway, the rest of the main six arrive to help Zipp with her duties, which plucks up her courage to take the role head on, with an adorable expression. Speaking of which, another one of the great strengths of this comic is the artwork done by MLP comic veteran Andy Price. He perfectly captures every character to a T, implementing his unique style to further escalate the characters' personalities. There's tons of great reactions adding to the comedy of the scenes, plus the backgrounds are much more fleshed out with tons of references, adding little nuggets that make the comic that much more enjoyable and bringing so much more life to it. Moving on, as Zipp handles the various administrative stuff, Pip treats the rest of her friends to the various sights of the city, tending to all of her friends, like with Sunny losing herself to a sea of books at the Zephyr Heights Library. Gimme, 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 gimme! Now, this leads to something rather interesting that hasn't been discussed since the movie. That being the history of Zephyr Heights. In the movie, while exploring a station, they look upon the various iconography of the days of old, such as the Unity crystal glass murals, or even something as simple as the Wonderbolts poster. All these icons and their knowledge were lost to their past when the three races separated. And if you recall from my G4 to G5 timeline video, I hypothesized based on various generational information that the time span between the two shows was approximately 75 to 150 years. But of course, with the G5 Bible leak, it was revealed that it was actually 200 years. Ha! Who called the baby? Anyway, it's interesting that not only was a lot of history of Twilight's time essentially forgotten, but even just general Pegasi knowledge. Zipp can recognize the significance with this Wonderbolts poster, even if she doesn't understand why. But due to all the lost history, it's a quandary that's been hounding her for years. And yeah, only 200 years have passed, but the events of the past were so significant that it is still believable that little to nothing would exist of the old world. Even Pip refers to it as an old mare's tale when Sunny inexplicably locates a book about it. Zephyr Heights in the past wouldn't want to experience betrayals from unicorns or earth ponies again, thus logically would want to attempt to make as much history difficult to find. This is actually some pretty interesting world building going on. Slowly building more of a connection to the past, all the while leaving just enough mystery to allow audiences to draw on their own conclusions. The comic also establishes a safety reason why Pegasi, whether before or after magic was lost, that if Pegasi fly too high above the clouds, after a cute and funny scene at the Zephyr Heights spa, the gang heads out and notices something odd.
Prepare yourselves, every pony! Winter is coming!
A storm that wasn't meant to hit for a week suddenly descends upon Zephyr Heights, tripling in size and threatens the very safety of all the citizens. And this also highlights a great trait about Zipp, her loyalty. She immediately darts off, not even the least bit concerned with her own safety, to learn as much as she can to construct a plan of attack to help protect not only her friends, but the citizens as well. Even though this thing is completely out of her control, she still even chastises herself even for a moment to relax as a leader, blaming herself for letting this happen and needs to rectify the situation to atone for her mistake. She even displays some great organizational skills, jumping into action and ordering every pony to an assigned task to combat the looming threat. And thus our comic ends with a winter storm impacting the city. Overall, this is a great start to this arc. I didn't even talk about a lot of the comedic moments in this comic, and I'll let you experience those on your own. But the story, while simple, was well executed. Like I said, I love that we're finally seeing the expansion on the Zipp Future Ruler storyline. And already in the first issue, we've planted the seeds of her becoming a knowledgeable ruler. I'm enjoying this, and I'm excited to see the Pegasus Mare and the story progress. Definitely check this one out. Well, that's it for today, guys. Until next time, MC out!